Yo, what's going on, man? King Rich is here, back again with B and me, yeah? And basically, we're going to jump into a very popular topic, yeah, which I'm sure is going to hurt some feelings and stuff like that, but that's what we're here to do, obviously. So, obviously, you lot already know me. I want to introduce B and me. She's a YouTuber. She's from the UK as well, so I'm going to let her introduce herself. Go ahead.
All right, guys. So yeah, my channel is called Be Ami, and I just talk about the latest trending topics, basically whatever's happening, UK, worldwide. I talk about it, and I just tell you guys my opinion, speak my mind. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I like. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I'm gonna jump straight into it. I don't know if you see many videos on my channel, but I say a lot of things that annoy a lot of females, right? But I feel like the things I talk about is like from a genuine, honest place. Like, I'm not just saying things just to be mean or put people down or make people feel bad about themselves, but I say things from a very honest, realistic viewpoint for a guy. You know what I mean? For the typical guy walking around. And I feel like in today's current day and age, a lot of women are walking around with unrealistic expectations for guys in the dating market. Yeah. So obviously, all these, like, a lot of guys on YouTube talk about this, but I think it's good for a guy like me to talk to different females to get their point of view and perspective. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, you're from the UK as well. I'm not sure if you know this about me. Obviously, I grew up in South London. I lived in America for quite a long time as well. And I'm back in the UK again, but I'm not in London. I'm in a very white predominant area. So I've got a varied range of experiences. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've dated girls from different backgrounds and all of that good stuff. So I'm not just like a one-dimensional guy that can only talk from one side, but I want to like get into it. What is your thoughts about that? Do you think a lot of women these days have unrealistic expectations?
I think it depends. It depends on, like, when you say unrealistic, like, are you talking about before you date me, you need to have this, and that, or because it depends where people are in their lives. Do you get what I mean? Like, for some people now, if you look at social media, you see some couple, they're rolling up, they got Gucci bags, Louis Vuitton. They're like, okay, do you know what? I need a guy that's gonna buy this for me. Like, if you don't drive in this type of car, you can't date me. If you're not this tall, you can't date me. If you don't have the money, the good job, you can't date me. So it depends on what you're looking for. That's what I think. I wouldn't say that unrealistic. I wouldn't say that unrealistic, but I would just say that there's different categories.
But this is the thing, yeah, because like I feel like this, and a lot of guys will agree that like the average man out there, yeah, let's narrow it down to black guys, yeah, just to make it simple. Like I'm assuming you date black guys. I don't know. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm just making sure disclaimer in it. So like, especially for being a black guy, I talk about
discriminating, no discriminating.
Yeah, no discriminate. Listen, I've messed with white girls, like, and different ones. Like, this ain't no, as I said, I'm not one-dimensional, but I just verify it with you in it. Like, do you know what I mean? But like, I feel like for the average guy, especially black guy, you have to be a superhero out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I said this in the last night. I have this theory that, like, of all ethnic groups, black men in particular have to be superheroes to get hot chicks, whether you're dating non-black or black. Do you know what I mean? Huh?
In what way?
Like, okay, I'm sure you've heard on social media when you hear a lot of black girls come out and say, I want a guy that's rich. I want a guy that's over 6 foot. I want a guy that's a thug. I want a guy that has been to university and this, that, the other. I want a guy that, basically, they want a guy that other girls want. Do you know what I'm saying? They want Tupac in a suit.
But isn't that standards?
Yeah, but it's like your preferences, isn't it? It's like your requirements.
Yeah.
It's like it's your shopping list of what you're looking for. But the thing is, like, that's unrealistic because the average guy walking around is not all of those things.
I get that. I think definitely, like, it's obviously, it's more than that. Do you know what I mean? Like, dating, it's more than the material stuff. But again, like, you're talking about social media, because that's what people are drawn to. People want to live that type of lifestyle. You know, the girl wants to be wearing the latest, she wants her red bottoms and all that stuff. But this is what I think. This is partly that guys have a part to do in that, in terms of, you lot want to create this image of, you know, I've got money, I've got girls, I've got this, I'm popping bottles. So you are telling us subconsciously that you're living that life, but you're not really living that life. So obviously females are looking at that thinking, okay, so this is the standard, this is what I can't have less than that. But when you lot are not really living that life, you lot are not really about that life.
I can't agree with that at all, and that's why your video's gone fuzzy, because I don't agree with anything you're saying.
It's true though.
Hey, listen, hold on 1 second. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get into it. Big up John for the super chat. I see you, my brother. Appreciate that as always. Salute, yeah. Big up Morosa, man. Finally caught a stream straight away. Hey, absolutely, man. Hey, you came in at the right time. We just cooking. We just started cooking, man. Get me. Big up Oki. He says we like all tacos on this channel. Do you know what he means when he says that? Do you get it?
The flavors,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, all flavors. But anyway, like, what it is, yeah, you're trying to say that, like, it's guys' fault that girls have these expectations, but it's not, because when you think about it, yeah, why do guys go out and get a sports car? Why do guys go and put on a Louis belt? Why have guys got on Gucci slides? Why do guys wear all this drip? Why do guys try so hard to accumulate as much money as they got? More time, they're doing it to impress a female. They're not doing it to set their expectations for the female. They're doing it to get a female. Most guys, if they can just be basic, just work a basic job, wear basic clothes, and they know that, yeah, I can still get the girl I want. Most guys would just do that.
So why don't you guys do that?
Because we know that females are not females are not go.
That's not true. But that's the type of females that you are going to attract. You're gonna attract that type of females that want that lifestyle that you are putting out there. If you want to attract a certain type of female, that you're talking about, you know, the basic standard Joe, you know, just looking for a nice girl, not all of that, then you wouldn't put that energy out there. But if you're living that type of lifestyle, you're gonna get that. That's what you're gonna attract.
It's just
the same way, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
It's just the same way when girls behave a certain type of way and then complain, and then guys are like, yeah, but if you don't want that type of attention, why would you dress like that, or why would you behave like that? Because it's what you put out, that's what you're gonna get back.
My thing is this, like, yeah, because you're saying all of this was well and good. You're going on like all girls are good girls and they don't expect a guy to be, you know, be in a position to look after them and stuff. No, bruv. The girls I'm like the typical girl, and I don't talk about butters girls. I don't talk about the bottom of the barrel chicks. I'm talking about girls that are nice looking, that are decent looking, and girls that guys want to be with. Yeah, them kind of girls in this day and age know that they are sought after. They know that they have options. They know that they can be picky. So at the end of the day, obviously, girls are gonna be like, well, I'm gonna wait out until I find Floyd Mayweather or Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way of the world right now. And plus, it's not only just a fact of like money; it's looks as well. How many times have you heard girls say, I want a guy that's over 6 foot? The percentage of men that are over 6 foot is low. It's like 15%. I mean, I'm over 6 foot. But huh?
You're what?
I'm over 6 foot. Huh?
You're over 6 foot?
Yeah, 6'1". I barely made it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can remember when I was shorter and how some girls overlook, man. When I was in America, yeah, you got to think, I don't know if you've been in America, but when I was over there, 6'1" wasn't that tall.
Yeah.
6'1" was kind of average.
6'1" is the average, basically.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
4'11", you're kind of
No, it's
scraping
not. No. Don't get me twisted. I was taller than the average guy walking around, but I wasn't like extra tall. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there was other guys my height walking around. Like, do you know what I mean? So it wasn't nothing to scream about. Do you know what I mean, bro? I had girls that were like 5'3" tell me I was short at 6'1".
Well, that's mad. That's mad. That's why I say, like, it depends on the, like, there's different categories in it. It depends on the type of girls that, there's some girls that literally, I would say they have unrealistic expectations, because you can't base your spouse or your future partner on materialistic things. You know what I mean? On the outer appearance. It has to be more than that. But I think partly it's the society that we are living in. That's just the way it is. I think you can't say it's just females alone, and you can't say it's just men alone. I think we both sides have a lot to do with it. You can't, as guys, you can't fall under that social pressure to be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna show off and show out, and then not expect to fall under that expectation.
No, but what I'm saying is the reason why these guys do that behavior is to impress women. Now, I agree with you. If you do that behavior, you are going to attract the wrong type of women. Absolutely. Yeah. But a lot of guys, they don't really see any other option to get in terms of them to attract the kind of caliber of girls that they like or they want to get with. They don't know how else they're going to do it, because most of the girls that are hot, let's keep it real, most hot chicks think like that. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying all, but majority of hot chicks, they know they're hot, they know they got options, and that they want a guy that is showtime, bruv. That's what they want, bruv.
I agree.
Big up Avatars for the super chat. It says, love this channel, keep up the great work. I appreciate that, my brother. Avatar, oh, it could be my sister, I don't know, but big up Avatars, you get me, trust me. But in terms of like the superficial thing, I think that where a lot of girls get it wrong is that they go after guys of like, okay, I want a guy that's 6'3" or whatever, or I want a pretty boy, or I want a bad boy. But then what happens is they end up getting their lives messed up by these kind of guys. Would you agree?
Why?
Because the fact of the matter is, just like, okay, let's just use the height one, yeah?
Yeah.
The guys that are over 6 foot, that all you girls are chasing after, yeah? That's a very small percentage of the population of all men on this planet. Yeah.
Okay.
So you gotta understand, there's more women on the planet than men, period. So therefore, these men are gonna have more options because more women are gonna be seeking after them. They're gonna have options by default.
Okay.
You know, they don't have to be committed to you, number one, because they know that they can get 5 more of you. And what it is that because these women are so desperate to get with them, they get with them like in a delusional state, that thinking that, oh, I can make him be faithful to me and blah blah blah. And it don't work like that, because this guy knows that, boom, I can get more girls. And it's not just height, it's money, it's good looks, status, popularity, all of that.
So are you then saying that there's an issue with men being committed then?
Because I'm saying, go on.
The statement that you've just made is, okay, cool. So there's a smaller population of that type of guy. There's more women who want that. Short women, tall women, they all want the tall guy. Nobody wants the short guy, basically. So that guy knows that, okay, I've got everything, you know, I can have all of these women. So the issue is not then with the woman, the issue is with the guy. Like, why can't you just be faithful? Or why can't you just be like, okay, do you know what? I know that I can have all of these women, but I'm not going to under the stereotype. Like, I don't get that.
Listen to what you're saying. Like, we have this thing, this principle called the 80-20 rule, yeah? And it's basically saying that 80% of women are going after 20% of men, the top 20% of men, right? The problem you lot are facing yeah, is that you are disregarding 80% of all the other men walking around. Like, you lot are disqualifying them guys. Oh, he's not tall enough. Oh, he doesn't have the right car. Oh, he's not a pretty boy. Oh, he's not a thug. Oh, he didn't go university. Oh, like, he's not the right skin tone, or he hasn't got pretty eyes, or he hasn't got the right hairline, or any of these kind of, yeah. And then what you just said is, but why can't this top 20% of guys act right? Because they don't have to.
That's a problem. That's a big problem. And by the way, I agree. I do agree. Like, there's a lot of guys are being dismissed because they don't fit into this stereotype of what the perfect guy is. You know, a lot of women are like, if you ask the women what's your type, whether they're white or black, they're black, tall, dark, and handsome. Nobody even knows what that means anymore. Is it the black handsome, or is it the white with dark hair handsome? But it's tall, dark, and handsome. And I don't know if you know B. Simone. She made a statement. She was saying how she can't date a guy that does 9 to 5. He needs to be an entrepreneur. And obviously everyone went crazy about that. But at the end of the day, I think it's preference. Like, you have your preference, whether it's tall, whether he needs to do this, do that, but you just need to as well bring your A game and put what you got to put on the table. You can have what you want.
The problem is, yeah, okay, I could take that into account, preference, all that good stuff, yeah. But really and truly, yeah, in a grand scheme of things, most times in relationships, what does the woman really bring to the relationship? Because more time, the guy brings more to the relationship than the woman does on average. Not every single time, but on average.
That's debatable.
Yeah, let's debate. Yeah, more time, really and truly, most of the time, what a woman brings to the table is her looks and her box. That's the truth. And hold that thought. We got Toronto Edits, yeah. It says, you brought out a great guest. She's very balanced. See, you're getting ratings. Look at that. Look at that. Getting ratings and that. We got Toronto. Oki says, height can't be changed. Weight can be changed.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's not exactly, because it's not exactly, because like, these girls are basing a dating requirement on something that men they can't change, and really on the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really mean anything, because you could have you could be 5'2" woman, have a child with a guy that's 6'4", and still have short kids.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. And then you still cheat on your ass.
you lot have issues. That's another topic for another day. You lot have issues, but
yeah. So what do you think? So you said that's debatable, that women bring more than their looks and the box. So what do you think?
I think you're talking about way back in the days when women was doing nothing, maybe just at home or whatever. But times have changed now. Sometimes you have the woman who earns more than the man. Sometimes sometimes you will have maybe a small proportion. You will have the man be the stay-at-home dad, and the woman bringing home the bacon. Times have changed.
And in those situations, the woman does not respect the man, bruv.
I mean, when we're talking about respect, when we're talking about respect, there's different. I feel like people have different understanding. I don't think if my husband, for example, my man were and
hey, your connection's going mad. Your connection's going mad. No, you were gonna say something good. Hey, your connection went mad. I think it's all right now.
Okay. Yeah, so if the case, why wouldn't I respect him? Like, you're talking about, yeah.
Go on.
We're talking about a relationship now. We're not talking about the dating stage. Like, so I don't see how the woman could suddenly not respect the guy unless all he's doing is just tossing around, not doing anything, just going out or literally not pulling his weight. Then yeah, the disrespect will start coming in because he's not doing anything. He's not, a man is more than just what he looks like. he can still be a man in the house and still earn his respect.
But the problem is, if the woman is earning more money, she essentially has more power in the house because she's the one with the money. But the money equals the power in the household. It does. So even if the guy, maybe he's not a bum, but she's the breadwinner in the home. She's the leader. Women don't naturally want to be the leader. Women want to, majority of women, there may be some outliers out there, but the majority of women, I believe wholeheartedly, want a guy to come in, be the leader, be the breadwinner, be the one to make the decisions. More time, most women just want to be there and look pretty, bruv.
So you think women just want to sit there and look pretty and do nothing?
I never said do nothing, but more time they don't listen. Women don't want to have to handle all the stresses and go out in the real world and fight and scrap with other men and other people and all of that. Women just want to have a happy, comfortable life. Women are about comfort, bro. That's why more time women will spend money on things to make themselves feel more comfortable and spend a huge amount of money on comfort. And men don't tend to.
I think that's flipping though. I think that's flipping. I think the more we're moving on with times, the more women are discovering that they can also be, or they're discovering their alpha. So they can also, you know, be as powerful. I'm not saying that it's right, but they can also be as powerful. They can do what a man can do. What a man can do, I can do also. I can make my own money. I can buy my own car. I can do this. I can do that. And to be honest, I feel like men are kind of losing their value, to be honest. Like, I feel like they're losing their kind of place in the woman's life because a woman is able to do everything. So because you lot...
And that's why women these days don't respect men, bro. That's you just answered it, bro.
Because men are doing things that,
because when men were the ones that were the leaders, they had power, they had the peace, yeah. They had the dominion. Do you know what I mean? Like women was like there, you know, they knew their role. There was gender roles, put it like that. Now the gender roles are becoming blurred. But with that, which I'm not necessarily saying is a bad thing, but it kind of creates this situation where the woman's feeling like, well, I can do everything you can do. Like, what do I need you for? I don't have to respect you. In fact, I can kick you out at any moment, any time. I can replace you.
But that's a disrespectful woman.
But a lot of women think like that. This is what I'm saying. And the fact of the matter is, these days, there's a lot of guys that are hungry and thirsty who are ready and willing to come and kiss any woman's bum. That's the truth.
Whose fault is it, though, that men are being treated like that?
I think it is a mixture of men and women. I always think that the root of most problems in society goes back to the family and the home.
Okay.
Like a lot of guys, including myself, grew up with just our mums. We didn't have our dads in our life. So what happened for me personally, I know I grew up, I had to freestyle through life. I didn't really know what I was doing. There was no blueprint set out for me. I kind of just was freestyling through life, trying to find my way. But the sad and unfortunate thing is, when you, as a boy, when you grow up with a woman overlording over you, and she's the only authority in your household, and you don't have a strong father, male role model to look up to, you start to take on feminine traits. You start to not really understand the dynamics of manhood. Do you know what I mean? And you go out into the world with this feminine energy. You can't do that. You can't live as a man with feminine traits. You're gonna lose. Because there's other men out there who did have male role models that know what they're doing as soon as they get out into the world, and they will crush you. And that's why you've got a lot of guys these days, they don't understand money. They're spending all their money on material things. They're trying their best to just run around and impress women and attract women all day long instead of trying to attract their success in life. And, you know, they don't even know their own value on this planet. And all they were doing is they were obsessed by trying to impress some chick that probably doesn't even like them, bruv.
do you think that's why some men feel like women have unrealistic requirements, because they're not used to, I feel like what you've just explained, they're not used to seeing that, like they're not used to women having all of these requirements, because they just want to get it easy, or they're used to getting it easy. So when a woman comes forward saying that I need a man that's this or this and this and this and that, they're like, whoa, like that's a bit too much. You need to relax. You need to calm down. But it's not too much though, because I know my value and I know what I want.
The thing about that, I won't 100% say that women are wrong for having expectations. Like everyone should have some kind of like levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying women should just be happy dating a bum. Like, I'm not gonna say that ever, because I'm not a bum and I don't associate with bums. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, my thing about this unrealistic expectations is like, you know, stupid things like the superficial. Oh, I need a guy that's 6 foot. This, like, bro, what are you talking about? You're disqualifying most of the time. You are going to disqualify a guy that is right for you, but because he's 5'10" and you can't brag to your friends and say, oh, my man is 6'8". Yeah, you're going to go and disqualify the guy, and that could be the right guy for you. And then you're gonna go run around, chase after 6'5" Tyrone, and he's just gonna mess you around and break your heart and leave you with emotional and physical baggage. Then the next guy you want to go and date, you're gonna bring that baggage to him and treat him like he's a peasant. This is the thing. Like, and then social media makes it worse as well, because all you gotta do is go on Instagram. Like, I'm sure you got a lot of female friends that they got their boyfriends doing this, doing that, and then you as a girl, you'll be looking at what other women are doing. Then you're going to look at your guy and be like, oh, you should be taking me here. I should be eating out here. You should be buying me these presents, because that's what this girl got on Instagram. You may not say it out of your mouth, but in your mind, that's what is going on in your head.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I think what I find unrealistic when it comes to women dating, or too much, is, for example, like if a guy doesn't drive, or if a guy has like a low skill job, or like a low, you know, type of job, like he's not an entrepreneur, or he's not a business guy, or he's not a manager, or he's not this, maybe he's like a cleaner, or and you're like, oh my gosh, no, I can't date him because of his job title. Or if he's a driver, you're like, I can't date him because he's that. I think that's a bit too much. Because everybody's life can change. Like, you might be a cleaner today and tomorrow you might be the CEO of that cleaning company. I think, again, for me, it depends on what you attract. I think you guys have a massive responsibility of, you can't be showing off. Like, you just can't be showing off. You can't be showing off and then being like, oh, but you guys have too much unrealistic responsibility, but you want to live that certain type of life. Like, that balance is not right. It's too much of an imbalance. So you can't have your cake and eat it. Do you get what I mean? That's what I think.
No, I agree with you, and I'm gonna put out a video saying why you shouldn't lead with money, why you shouldn't use money to attract women, because obviously you're gonna fall down that trap, innit? You know what I'm saying? We got Morosa, man. He says no such thing as an alpha female, only beta males. Yeah, you know when you said the alpha female thing, I was, bruh. The problem with like that terminology of an alpha female, like, if you're an alpha female, then what is the guy that you're with?
He's the alpha male.
Because yeah, you're laughing, because the thing is, you can only be there can only be, look, someone's got to be the leader and someone has to be the follower. If you're an alpha female, what is the guy that you're with?
Yeah. Well, what I was saying is that nowadays women are discovering their alpha, so they're discovering their leadership, or they're discovering their, what we call, the boss chick. You get what I mean? So it's not in a home 100%. Like, there can't be two men in a relationship. Like, you can't. Somebody has to be submissive. Somebody has to lead. You have to allow your man to lead. But in this day and age, when it comes to dating, what I was saying is that what you were talking about was back in the days when women was staying at home moms, you know, not really doing anything, looking after the home, looking after the kids, and the guy was out there. It's not like that anymore. Now, women.
Do you think women were happier back then, or do you think women are happier now?
I mean, I wasn't living back then, but I think women are happy now. I think women are happy now.
So you think that women are happier now compared to the women that lived back then, when they had less stress and less things to worry about, and it was basically men that were worrying about bills and keeping the household together? More time than women back in the day, they all they had to worry about, make sure that there's food in the fridge, yeah, with the money that the man is making. Yeah, make sure the house is clean, make sure the kids are all right, and that's it. And empty your man's balls. That's about it, bruv.
I think back then women didn't have as much of a voice as they do now. So even if they were not happy, they just had to do it because that's all that they knew. That's all that was passed on to them from generation to generation. You're told this is what you do as a woman. This is the woman's role. And it's been gone on and on and on and on until feminism came, for example. And then feminism started to try and fight for a different route, a different way. Which I'm not a feminist, by the way. I don't believe in feminism. But
okay. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Phew.
You was about to be like,
yeah, I was like, hey, I did my defensive moves, man. But go on.
But I do feel like, you know, now women are happy. And it doesn't mean that because the woman is out there doing her thing that she's going to disrespect her man. If you're going to disrespect your man, then there's obviously something's gone wrong with the way that you've been raised. Maybe you've got some deep hurt towards men. Maybe you've got some deep men issues that you need to deal with. That's why you see men in that type of way. I don't know.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that a lot of women are bad at choosing men? Do you think a lot of women make bad dating choices?
Yes, sometimes I do.
Like why do you think those women are bad at making those dating choices?
I think, I don't know if it's just women, but I feel like people make dating choices. They're very short-sighted basically when they make dating choices. They just see, oh my gosh, he's so fine, he's so tall, he's this. Like, do you get what I mean? And they don't see past that. And before they know it, they're already trapped. Like, they're already like blinded. So I feel like people that date these days, and maybe that's why dating is just not working out for us generation, is because people are not seeing long term. They're not looking at deeper things, you know, your vision, your ambition, like what is it, where are you going in life? Like they're not looking at all of these things. They're just looking at what can you give me, like what can I get from this relationship. It's a transaction. So that's why people, I feel maybe women are making poor choices and obviously getting heartbroken, vice versa. Yeah.
What do you feel about, like oh, hold on, there's a couple super chats. We got to get through the super chat. Big up Just Shady. The only way to solve this problem of dating requirements is to date 5 to 10 years younger than you, so you always have a financial advantage. I guess that's for guys.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. What do you think about, like, girls dating, like what Just Shady says, dating 5 to 10 years older than themselves? Do you think that's a good strategy?
For women to date older guys?
Yeah.
I feel like women in their mind, they think that dating older guys is the way. Like, a lot of females are like, oh, I need an older guy. So if you're 5, 10 years younger than me, they instantly write you off. But from personal experiences or from talking with friends, I've known older guys who their mentality is a mentality of a 25-year-old boy. And I've met 25-year-olds who are very mature, and you wouldn't even think that they're age. So to me, I wouldn't say age is just a number, but I just feel like the age thing, it depends. It depends on the person. I wouldn't say dating older is better, because some older guys are
I would agree with you, because I have this theory about, like, the generation we're in right now, that we, like, because, you know, people are living longer now, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're not the same as the generation that was above us, as in we kind of are younger. Do you know what I mean? We're like, it's like everyone's kind of still got that young mentality, even though we're getting up in age, everyone still feels young. Do you know what I mean? No one feels like, oh, I'm old now. No one really feels like that. No, everyone feels like, bro, like one younger than me for anything, but I'm just as strong, as fast as, and like a lot of women feel I'm just as beautiful as any 18-year-old girl that comes out. And these women are like 42. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bit mad. Yeah, like it's mad, but yeah, man, I hear that. But anyway, big up Oki says best thing is to live humble and meek life. Yeah, it's hard though, because we live in a generation of, you know, people judge you by how beautiful you are, how young you are, and what you have. Would you agree?
Why can't people be their own people though? I don't get that.
What do you mean,
like, why, like, because there's so much social pressure. Like what you were saying, guys, obviously they're living a certain type of lifestyle to show off to girls and to show off amongst each other as well. But why can't you just be your own person and be like, you know what, I'm not going to follow, I'm going to lead my own life. So whether you think I'm ugly, whether you think I'm pretty, whether you think I'm handsome, whether you think or whatever, I'm going to do me. Because I feel like a lot of
come on. Most women don't do that. Most women are monkey see, monkey do. Let's keep it real. It's just like little things, like what was it? What was that little thing that I noticed all girls like did? When you used to color your fingernails all the same color. Then all of a sudden they'll pick one finger to color a different color. Now every single girl started doing it, bro. Bro, don't tell me about be your own person, bro. Get out of here, man. You did it as well. I know you.
But that's the trend. That's the trend.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like women, like for the most part, women are more like inclined to follow trends or whatever is seen as popular, innit? Would you agree? Yeah. So so that's what I'm saying. So basically, when you see women like in social media or in your real life, friends you have, family, whatever, and you see that their boyfriends are flipping Floyd Mayweather, acting like 50 Cent, then that will make other girls feel like, yeah, I want a boyfriend that's like that, and I don't care if he's a bad boy, I'm gonna get that.
But you know what? I
feel and reject normal guys who probably have good intentions for them.
That's true, but I feel like that in comparisons to the way that certain guys kind of place a certain type of female is a lot more higher. Like for example, girls feel like I've got to look a certain type of way because this is the type of girls that guys like, and it affects the way that a lot of girls view themselves. So when you're talking about dating, for example, just to pull it out there, for example, like plastic surgery or whatever, like a lot of guys are like, oh, I like girls that are natural, I like girls that are this and this and that. But when you're out, you don't look at the natural girls. Like your natural girlfriend will be at home, but yet your eyes are looking at the ones that look like plastic. So it doesn't make sense. So you lot put pressure on females to make them feel like, oh, if I don't look a certain type of way, then guys are not going to look at me. It's just the same way, but I think the proportions are it's a smaller proportion of what you're saying, of girls bypassing the shorter guys, for example, or this type of guy. What you lot do is just as bad.
All right, let me ask you this. Do you think nice guys finish last?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean, man. Like nice guys. Do you think nice guys finish last? And by the way, I say I'm not a nice guy, bro.
Okay.
I'm not that cool, like you know, that square nice. I'm not, bro. I know what I am. Yeah. I told girls, every girl I've been involved with, I said, look, I'm a scumbag. I've done a lot of scumbag shit before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a scumbag, but I'm honest. Like I'll say what it is. If you ask me a question, I'll answer it in it. Like, do you know what I mean? But
and girls will still stay with you.
Huh?
And girls will still stay with you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. my CV is pretty good. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that, like, do you think nice guys finish last?
I think.
In fact, a better question: how would you, when I say nice guy, what is the thoughts that come to your mind when I say a nice guy?
Nice guys, they're the guys that they do everything that you want them to do. They might not look the way that you want them to look, but everything you want in a guy, he's there. But most of the times they don't get picked. And that's just the honest truth. You've got
They don't give you the butterflies. They don't give you the tingle.
No, because a lot of the time now these days, girls want this bad boy type of vibe, the one that will make them cry. They will still come back with it, and then they leave the guy that will be checking up on them, that will be like, hey, you eating today? How are you doing? You're ignoring his texts, and then you're texting the one that's just talking to other girls, and you're already jealous. It's only been a week that you've been talking. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is, but I don't know.
So what I said, so what we're saying, yeah, let's clarify this, yeah. So the nice guy, yeah, he's the guy who checks on you, wants to know you've eaten, you know, but he's doing everything right, but he may not look the part that you're wanting. He doesn't look like what's it, Killmonger.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Killmonger. He doesn't look the part. But you know what the problem sometimes with the nice guys, yeah, is that sometimes guys like that, they're a bit too nice, like a bit too much. Like, you know, the same way that you guys want to pursue, sometimes women as well, like we want to feel like we want that we want to pursue as well a little bit. But when the guy is too much like in your face, and it becomes cringing. Do you get what I mean? It becomes cringing. And
I got a theory that it's like it makes the guy look desperate and weak.
Yeah, and girls don't like that.
Oh, and then in you girls' mind, it's like, raw, this guy is too on me. That means he can't get other girls. Other girls don't want him.
So you basically go on.
No, because it's like, I feel like girls always want to be with guys that they know other girls like.
I was about to say that.
That means that if a guy is too on you and he's so in your face, calling you, texting you all the time, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? That's going to make you feel like, raw, this dude can't get no other box. Do you get what I'm saying? And that makes you not like him more, even more than you don't already.
I don't agree though. I don't agree with that statement that girls want guys that all the females want. I don't know why you think that, because I've heard you say that before, but I just don't agree with that. Girls don't want guys that are out there. You see how the thing is, yeah, I feel like guys have to understand that we're not in the times anymore where girls don't really know what they want, or girls are little, you know, like little girls. Like this is women time now. Do you get what I mean? So nobody wants somebody who's in the streets, who's out there, like around females all the time. Everybody wants you, you're out there. The same way that guys will see a girl and it's like everybody, the whole block knows this girl. You don't want that girl. You might want that girl for something else, but you don't want that. You don't want to wife that girl. It's the same way that females will look at that guy and be like, do you know what? I might just want to maybe take a picture with him, but he's not the guy that I actually want. Nobody wants that stress.
There's no way I can agree with that, bro.
Nobody wants that. I'm telling you, that is a fact.
Let me make it more clear what I'm saying. And let me just shout out the super chat. Big up Ray Cole. He says, us guys don't look at fake women. She chased us. I hear that, brother. Listen, yeah. What I'm saying is that you girls don't necessarily want a guy that is got loads of girls surrounding him and he's talking to. But what I'm saying is, you lot want a guy that other girls probably desire him. They can see that he's valuable. No girl. Think about it. What, you mean to tell me a girl just wants a guy that only she thinks is good looking? There's no value in that. That's like, oh, I'm gonna drive a car that only I think is nice, but everyone else thinks it's shit. You're gonna be like, maybe this car isn't all that actually.
Obviously, yeah, like the same way you lot want that trophy chick. Also, women want that trophy guy that is like, okay, I like the look. I want to look at him, exactly. And I like looking at him every day.
No, but you lot do more than just look. You lot do more than just look, though. That's what I'm saying. You lot will beat that guy, bruv. That guy, bruv. I've been that. I'm not saying I'm the best looking guy in the world, but I've been in that situation. I've been that guy before. Like, other girls know. Like when I go in the club, I'm getting high fives, getting hugs from girls, blah, blah, blah. And the other girls are, raw, who's that? I'm not the best looking guy in the world. I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but I understand the dynamic. I know how it works. You know what I'm saying? So when you say that girls don't want guys that other girls want or desire, that's not true, bruv.
Yeah, not like, oh, like that other girls don't, that he's not good looking. Nobody wants something, like you said, like you don't want to buy something and then nobody's going to compliment what you bought. For example, like if you buy a car, so you want somebody to be like, oh, that's a nice car. Or if you bought a new pair of shoe or whatever, I think that's just the nature of human beings. You get what I mean? Like you want to have something on your arms that people are going to be like, okay, yeah, that's nice, but not somebody that, there are celebrities, for example, who prefer to date low-key people that are just not celebrities. They're just normal, your normal average Joe. You know, because they don't want that. They don't want, they know what it's like. You know, they don't want that pressure. They don't want that drama. So I think, again, it's not necessarily all facts, but I get what you're saying, though.
Okay, she gets what I'm saying. She knows what I'm saying, bruv. She knows exactly what I'm saying, fam. Trust me. Big up Teo Kenny says, Drake versus guy around the corner, women want fame. Yeah, no. I've done a video about that as well.
Yeah.
I've done a video before a long time ago, and it was your girl is faithful until she runs into her crush, her celebrity crush. Anyway, what do you think about that title? Do you think that's accurate?
I don't think it's accurate. I think.
Why did you pause for
the other way around? Accurate.
What? Okay. So who's your celebrity crush? Because every girl's got.
I don't have a.
Oh no!
I actually don't.
You don't like Chris Brown?
He's not really my type. He's all right. Like he's not ugly or whatever, but he's not really my type.
Oh,
I don't do like him.
Oh, she don't do like colorism. We're gonna colorism has reared this ugly.
I don't know if I should have said that on this live. Please don't come for me. It's preference.
Don't like tease, please. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
No, I'm kidding.
But we're not even gonna go. Look, you've thrown it off. Let's just leave that there. Let's just leave that there. Big up avatars. Girls want nice guys after they hit the wall. Yes. Big up avatars. You agree with that one, yeah?
Yeah. That's true. That's true. And by the time you want the guy, he doesn't want you anymore.
That's it. And the nice guys turn into guys like me.
Oh, really? You had that experience?
Yeah, because I used to be a nice guy, believe it or not. Do you know what? Listen, I'll be 100% real with you. I'm not an evil guy when it comes to females. Like, I give respect where respect is due, innit? Yeah. But I remember before when I was more of that nice guy, square nice guy dude, yeah? Who, you know, I guess I was like in that crush, like puppy love kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really understand the dynamics of the world properly, right? And the problem is, nice guys get treated like crap. You know, you sending the girl double texts and the girl's not even texting you back. She's texting someone, fam.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's true. You offer to take the girl out. Oh, what are you doing on Saturday? Let's have a nice day out. Let's go to the park, picnic. I'll take you to the movies, buy you any candy that you want to have. And she's like, yeah. The time comes, she don't even answer the phone, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
She's with somebody, bro. She's with somebody. Do you get me? Like, this is the thing. And then what happens is, a lot of guys, this happens again and again and again until when it's just like a thing of they come across videos like mine and they're like, raw. Okay, so this is how it really is. And unfortunately, on the typical female, black or white or light skin, because I'm not colorist unlike you, yeah. The typical girl, I'm joking. Disclaimer, I'm joking. But typical girls out there, they run around, chase after bad boys in their youth, their best years, right? And they get ran through, they get pumped and dumped, they get emotional baggage, all of this, and then by the time that they realize, oh, you know what, I need to actually date a good guy because a good guy's gonna treat me right. By that time, it's too late, bruv.
So is that why you think there's a shortage of nice guys then? Because I think there's a shortage of nice guys in this day and age.
I think a lot of guys have realized that what the 80-20 rule really means. That's what I think. I think the guys that are the 20%, they understand what is going on. And now the guys that are the 80% understand what's going on. And I think that a lot of females still think that they can play the 80-20 game, but no, you're just going to lose because those 20% of guys, they're just going to pump and dump you. And the 80% of guys, they realize, well, I wasn't your first choice, so now I'm going to pump and dump you too.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. And there's no females out there. Think about it. And all the popular females like Cardi B and all these other hoes, yeah, what is the advice they're giving girls? Oh, just sleep with guys and get money out of it. That's all they're telling them, bro. What do you think these women are gonna end up being happy in the end? No, they're not, bruv.
Well, everybody's allowing it though, innit? Guys and females are allowing it.
No, but guys don't care. They're still getting to smash now, so they don't care.
Maybe that's how women want to be these days as well. Maybe nobody even wants to settle down anymore. Maybe women just enjoy playing the field just as much as men.
No. There's the thing called the cock carousel. Yeah, I don't know if you heard of this before. Yeah, the cock carousel is basically talking about how women, when they get in the game, let's say they get in the game at 18, yeah, but you know a lot of girls get in the game earlier than that. But let's just say 18, yeah. Girls get in the game at 18 where they're the height of their attractiveness. They use their attractiveness to just run around chasing bad boys or chasing guys with money and stuff like that. Yeah, they do that for what? Let's say the next 10 to 12 years. Then they get to age 30 where now they can't compete with the other 18-year-olds that are running around. Yeah, they can't necessarily get the guys that they want anymore. And, you know, they age out. And then they end up being unhappy and miserable, blood.
Do you think?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Do you think dating matters as much now as it used to, or that family structure, marriage and kids and all of that stuff, or are you guys are just happy playing the fields, you know, doing what you're doing because you're loving living life?
I think that let me say it like this. I think women. It's natural for women. It's in woman's instinct to have a family. Yeah. I think it's in a man's instinct as well at a certain point in life that he wants to have children and settle down at a certain point. Right. But the problem is that a lot of men these days, they're getting friend zoned, rejected for superficial things, or they're getting used. A lot of guys are being like torn to pieces in divorce. And all these kind of mad things are happening. And it's making a lot of guys think like, is this really worth it, bruv? Is it really worth me taking the risk of intertwining my life with some woman who potentially could mess it up at any moment, any time, and everyone's going to take her side, bruv?
Yeah.
This is the
Do you know what? I was having a conversation with somebody and they were basically saying that you can be in a happy relationship, love your woman but still cheat on her. I don't get that. I don't get that concept. I don't get how you can love somebody and still cheat on them.
Do you know what's ironic? I had the same conversation like not too long ago, yeah. And I'll be real with you. I believe that's true for men. And you might think that's sexist or you're just saying that because you're a guy. But if you think about it biologically, yeah, women. If a woman has sex and unprotected has a baby, she's out of action for 9 months. Right? A man can keep having sex, like there's no limitation, like there's no limitation. He could just keep impregnating, just having kids all day long. Also, there is only a finite number of eggs a woman has in her body, and then by the time she gets to a certain age, like I don't know, 35 or whatever, you know, it is high risks that they will have problems with pregnancies and stuff like that. Yeah. Whereas a man can keep producing babies till he dies. There's a reason why we are designed like that. Do you get what I'm saying? The whole idea of what is it? You know, just being with one person. That is not even like an old that's not. This is a relatively new concept in human history.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And even in a lot of African cultures, a lot of cultures around the world, it's not uncommon for men to have more than one wife.
Okay, I'm trying to see where you're going with this, you know.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that the biology of it, the culture, the tradition of it, the human tradition of it, kind of constitutes that. Yeah, a man can have more than one woman. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's right or whatever. I'm just saying, yeah. Whereas, like, you got to think of it like this: when a woman gets with a man, it's more of like it's more of a dangerous thing.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like when a woman opens up to a man, you know, sleeping with him, you know, a man can get into a woman's like mental, like, do you know what I mean? It's different. Whereas a man, yeah, like a man can sleep with a woman and not like blood. I've slept with girls that I didn't even like them as a person, bro, but I still did it. Women don't really tend to do that, and this is like
they don't tend to do that. But for the men that believe in that, I think it's so problematic, and there's so many problematic men out there in this world. And I think one of the things that you touched on earlier is that family structure that has literally been broken down. There's a lack of men in the society. There's a lack of men in homes, and people are having to learn certain behaviors, whether it's from social surroundings, friends, TV, social media, and they're literally learning and reprogramming themselves and into having these beliefs that it's okay to do these behaviors when it's not okay. Yes, these things do exist, but are you going to perpetuate it so that it carries on, because it's only going to breed more issues in this world?
I think this, yeah, if a man can afford to have more than one woman and he can sustain it and make it work, then why not, bruv?
Well, you know what? If your woman agrees to it, then yeah, why not?
Yeah, there's some women that are down with it, but as long as you keep them comfortable and you make the home, you know, a functional home, they'll be down with it. Because as I said, most women, they want a guy that other women want.
So why is it okay for men to be okay for, let's say, to have multiple wives, right? Or to like sleep with multiple women, and it's okay and it's praised and it's like, yes, I'm the macho man because I can do this. But when a woman does something similar, she's classified as
a thought.
A thought in the streets.
I'm gonna answer that just after I say this super chat. I call this super chat. Big up JJ Kill9. Your partner is a flex. Women probably want a man they can show off. Yeah, listen, the answer to that question, yeah, is very easy. The reason why men are seen as the man when they sleep with loads of women, especially if they sleep with a lot of attractive women, and why women are seen as thoughts when they sleep around, is because it's easy for a woman to be a thought.
Explain.
Listen, it is easy. Even a girl, if she's ugly, fat, old, listen, there's a lot of thirsty guys out here, bro. It doesn't really take much for any old female to sleep around. Whereas for a guy, bro, there's guys out here that haven't had sex in years. And it's not like they don't want it. Their right hand is their girlfriend, bro. Pornhub is their girlfriend, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's not by choice. It's because they're not getting picked. The women are just not wanting to deal with them, bro. But a woman now, bro, all the typical woman, all she has to do is go to a local pub, restaurant, club, supermarket, library, wherever, or just go outside her house, and I'm sure she'll be able to get picked up by some guy. This is why it's different. So if you come across a guy who for some reason a lot of attractive women sleep with him and like him and stuff like that, that says a lot about him, bro. That says that he's got value, bro. A woman can throw her box around. It doesn't take much. Most guys will sleep with anything.
I think value amongst men, I don't think value amongst women. Value amongst each other. But if a guy has been, obviously, for example, body count doesn't matter to some people, and to some people it doesn't matter. But if a guy is known for being out there, all about, I don't think that guy would be praised amongst women. Like, I don't think women would be like, oh yeah, I want to be the next one. Like, I want to be number 120. Like, I don't think that.
No, I'm not talking about like being praised. I'm just saying that, like, boom, the reason why he's seen as more not desirable, but he will get more ratings than a woman doing it because it's easy
for who is it getting ratings from?
Oh, well, other men definitely. Other men rate men that get loads of women. That's all know.
That's what I mean, amongst yourselves, but not amongst, like, females don't rate that. But amongst yourself, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Like, a guy will be looked at as a thought as well. Yeah.
because we have to stop with that that ideology that there's one rule for men and another rule for the other. No, if you're behaving like a thought, you're a thought. If you're behaving from a female, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're going back to the 80-20 rule again, because it's not 80% of men that can even do that. It's only the top 20% of men that can realistically do that. Do you get Whereas 80% of women can do that. Probably not even 80%, 95% of women, all women can be a thought, and it's not going to be hard.
It's not going to be hard. That's true. I agree. I agree with what you're saying.
Don't worry, you're coming over to the dark side. Don't worry.
I'm not coming over that. I'm just saying that
the truth will set you free. The truth will.
You're the one that needs freedom.
Oh my gosh. Big up Oki says both genders are only as faithful as their options. That's true.
That's true. I like that.
That is very true. I'm gonna get onto another topic. Oh, hold on, we got another one. Big up Karade says nice guys are becoming a rare. They will soon be extinct. Yeah, I think so. The girls are doing the recruiting for the other side. It's getting hard for these 304s. I don't know what you mean by 304s, but I think so too. And as I said, I think a lot of guys are just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be a nice guy.
That's why I was asking earlier. Like, there is a shortage of nice guys. Like, you barely meet nice guys. Like, if you do meet a nice guy, it's like, if you see past all of the aesthetics and all of that stuff, you can see that, yeah, he's got a nice heart, he's got a good heart, like, he's got potential, but he chooses to show the ugly side. Like, he chooses to be the bad boy, he chooses to keep that to himself.
But you just said that the nice guys get overlooked. You said that earlier.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that just because you but I feel like the nice guys that do get overlooked, maybe you're going for a specific type of people that just, they're not for you. They're not for you.
The 80-20 rule again. You can't escape the 80-20 rule. 80% of women are going after 20% of the guys. And that 20% of guys are more than likely the bad boys. Because they can be, because just like Corrado said, you're only as good as your options. Bad boys have loads of options, bruv. And now what it is, a lot of nice guys are thinking, you know what, I'm getting by the girls I like, I might as well just, do whatever. And that's it.
then the bottom line is that when guys, this 20% of guys or whatever, when they get these certain types of girls that make them do things or live a certain type of lifestyle that they can't even maintain, then they shouldn't complain about it. Then they should just deal with it.
Who, the 20%?
That's just the bottom line. Yeah, the bad guys.
They don't care. They can listen. Those 20% guys, they can replace any girl. If a girl starts acting up, they can replace her. That's the point.
Okay, so
the 20% guys are not losing, bruv. The 20% guys don't lose, and at the end of the day, even when they get older, what do? They just get a younger chick. That's what they do, bruv.
You're telling me that 20% of guys never want to settle?
No, they do, but what I'm saying, they have the opportunity or the space and room that they can break all these girls' hearts, keep doing it, and then when they feel like, you know what, I want to settle down, they're still in a position where they can get a nice chick that will be happy to be with them, and then they settle down.
I don't think
all these other chicks that he's ran through, they got their emotional baggage, feminist, angry at men, all of this rubbish, bruv. And then they'll be like, oh, I want a nice guy. Well, too late, because the nice guys are shrinking away, bruv. True.
Then there's a big issue with you guys then. That type of
you're skating over the fact. What you said is that these nice guys get overlooked. Maybe you want to stop overlooking these nice guys.
Say that again.
I'm saying, you said it yourself that a lot of these nice guys, oh, they're too nice, he's too nice, he calls and texts me too much, and da-da-da-da. Maybe women on the whole should value that and see that as a commodity instead of seeing it as, oh, he's too nice, I want bad boy Jerome.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, I agree with that. And what I would say to the nice guys is, just because you get overlooked, it doesn't mean that you should change who you are, or you should try and put on this persona to be the bad guy. Just stick to what you know, be who you are, you find the right girl.
Yeah, and in the meantime get used and
no
yeah,
in the meantime get confident and change your game. That's it. Maybe your game is a bit weak. Maybe you just
now you're saying the game is weak.
Maybe if your tactic is not working, then switch it, change it.
Oh my gosh. Big up Don Papo. He says, second time catching your live stream at work now. We'll watch replay later. Keep up the good work, bro. Hey, I salute and appreciate that. All of you hit the like button, yeah? Make sure you hit the like button. And also plug your channel.
Be Ami, guys. Be Ami. Check me out and subscribe. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the link to Be Ami's channel underneath this video, so that you lot can go subscribe to the channel. You're actually very pleasant to talk to. I was scared.
We're just skeptical.
I was very cautious of you. Still there, but you're all right. So I want to talk about another aspect quickly.
Okay.
Because we're both melanated people, right? I want to talk about an aspect of when black chicks say, I want a thug. I love thugs. What is your view on that? Because that's a big issue. And I talk about how the black community, black people, we have this love affair with criminal culture, right? Culture in America and the UK and in various parts of the world is very closely and dangerously connected to criminal culture. And, a lot of females have this idea that they want to be with a thug or some street guy or all this kind of rubbish. And so what do you think about that? And before you answer, let me just shout out Tony O. Men and boys need to stop being the nice guys. But anyway so what do you think about that? Like a lot of black girls come out and I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube and social media, girls that say the maddest things like, oh, I want a thug, I just want a guy that is this, that. What do you think about that?
Do you know what? I'm on a real, I think it stems from maybe some kind of deep down issues that maybe women have had, or what they've seen, or what they've been exposed to. Like, I don't think it's normal, natural for a woman to want somebody to talk at them a certain way or be rude to them, or be like this. Like, I don't think that's natural. I think if, for example, we look at the statistics in terms of women who like that type of thing. Maybe we will even find that it's women who have grown up in single homes. They've not had dads, or they've had dads that's abused their mum, or there's been some kind of brokenness in the home. So when they grow up, they're used to a certain type of behavior. Like they want a man to be like, come here, sit down, like, and it's like, to an extent, but do you get what I mean? Like that's not natural. Like you want a macho man and a that type of guy. That's different. that's not the same.
You agree that a lot of black girls that, you know, they do want that. They want that street guy.
I think they might like the attention. And again, I feel like when you're with a street guy, for example, you
have you been with a street
guy? A street guy, do you know what? A street guy always
have you been with a thug yourself?
I don't do thugs.
Oh,
I do women.
Well, you've never been attracted to any bad boys?
I wouldn't say I've never been attracted. But again, I think it's the lifestyle, maybe. Like there's something about the lifestyle that may be attractive. Maybe it's what they can give you. It's the look, it's the image that they can give you. And I think that's what women get caught up in. It's like what I was saying earlier, is you're very short-sighted with these people. When they start getting aggressive, or for example, I've seen stories on YouTube where they've gone to prison because the guy told them to hold this, and they've done it and they regret it later. You don't think about how their life is going to impact you, but you just get short-sighted with the lifestyle. It's not natural for a young female to want to be with a thug, or want somebody who's going to be aggressive, or a street guy. But then again, street guys do have a soft side that they lure you in, and then they show you the real deal.
Yeah, like I just feel like it's a big disadvantage for us as black people that we're so connected to criminal culture, because in my opinion, we're the only ethnic group that has this problem. Do you know what I mean? Like with the music and the movies, etc., etc. It's just like it's the same theme every single time. Like this street guy, the best looking black girls go off with these street guys, and it's like bro, like if you look across the fence to like white people, it's not necessarily like that, bruv.
The Hispanics maybe as well.
Yeah, Hispanics as well, I would say as well. Yeah, but
that's because that's what's been glamorized. I think that is glamorized. You know, like the gang culture and all of that, that's glamorized now. So even females want to jump on that. They think it's cool. They think, yeah, that's the life that I want to live. Nobody wants to. Who thinks about having a little dog and a nice garden and living in a quiet life? No, you want to be in a city. Like you want to, when you go out, you want a big table to be booked for you. You want bottles to come left, right, and center. And you know that the nice guy's not going to do that for you. He's probably going to be like, oh, let's get Chinese in, or let's do something boring, and you want that lifestyle.
Yeah, Instagram.
Yeah.
But anyway, boom. Like I don't want this to be too long, but I'm gonna come to this. I'm like gonna wrap it up, kind of like, yeah. So basically, just to recap on the unrealistic expectations, yeah. Like a lot of girls. In fact, there's a term of the 3 6s, isn't it? Like, yeah. So most women, they're looking for a guy that's over 6 feet tall,
yeah,
with 6 figures in the bank, and over 6 inches in the trousers.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
I do agree. I do think that's unrealistic, and I think to be honest, like it's ridiculous, but it's just the reality. That's just the reality. But to have all of that, it's not right. It's not
really
realistic.
I think what those requirements cause is a lot of you know, single women, to be honest.
Why single women?
Because number one, those guys, that these imaginary guys don't really exist like that. Number one. Number two, these guys that do exist, the ones that do or are close to that, requirement, they have options, so they're not really trying to settle down with anyone.
But you know, I have a friend who she's a nurse, and we was having like a conversation about men and doctors. And she was just telling me that doctors, they would only date doctors, like they won't date less than that, because they make a lot of money. Consultants, they make a lot of money, and so they have high requirements. Like they won't date with somebody who is not even in that field. So there are some men as well that have that level of unrealistic expectations that I think, do you know what, by the time you even reach that, you get that, you're going to find yourself single, old and single.
But the thing is that men, as men get older, you notice that you still kind of have options though. Do you know what I mean? Like for instance, if you're a man and you have a lot of money, like, yeah, you may attract a lot of gold diggers, but like, let's say, like for instance, like, you know, like a lot of older white men, they go to Asia. They go to Asia, they find their wife out.
You become a sugar daddy, mate. That's what's gonna happen to you. You will become a
yeah,
sugar
but
daddy.
like but okay, there's some guys that they are in relationships where they are somewhat a sugar daddy as well.
They are. It will be classified as a relationship because your sugar baby will give you everything that you want. That's what sugar daddies are look for. They give you everything that you want. You know, you've lived your life. You've been married or not married or whatever. You have all of this money you want to spend on somebody. It doesn't necessarily mean that you've gained anything. You just have somebody there all the time. So that's all you'll be. You'll be a sugar daddy. And the girls that do that, you'll be left and run out. Like nobody would want you, and it'll be too late because
what's the difference between that and like when, like for instance, with Dr. Dre, for instance, let's use it as an example. Dr. Dre was with his wife for what, 25 years. All of a sudden, she didn't want to be with him no more. He's got to give her $400 million.
Well,
real. Well, who's the other one? The guy that was in Star Wars, the white dude that was in Star Wars, just to give his wife, who doesn't want to be with him no more, bare money, bruv.
Then they should have signed a prenup, maybe.
Right, the prenup cannot save you, bruv. It can't save you. As a man, it can't save you.
If you've been married for years and years and years, then that's her compensation, isn't it? I'm sure there's
for what?
I'm sure you don't just leave a marriage empty. Like you have to.
Why not? She didn't bring she didn't bring nothing but box and her looks, bruv. He was bruv, if I was the guy in Star Wars, yeah, I'm the guy in Star Wars. I'm making big money, bruv. Yeah, I don't care what job she's doing. I'm making more peas than her. She ain't buying me nothing. She ain't not paying for my plane tickets. That's nothing. Everything she's making, she probably spends on herself. And then at the same time, the lifestyle I'm living, of course, she's gonna live it with me because she's with me by default. So when you say she's getting compensated for what? When you was with me, you was living the life I was living. Now you don't want to hold on. Now you don't want to live with me no more. I should still pay for your life. What?
Yeah, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of that story, but if you were in a long-term marriage, 25 years, 30 years or whatever, and you both put into that marriage financially, and it's only right that, you know, you should both go with something. But if you was your husband is like 50 and you're like 30 or something, and then you divorce years later, then yeah, if I was the guy, to be honest, you're not going with nothing. But it depends on the dynamic of that relationship.
But I just feel like this, yeah. A lot of times it's like you're adopting a child, bruv.
What do you mean?
No, think about it, yeah. Think about it on a deeper level, yeah. And big up Brown Hornet for the super chat. He says, salute King Richez. I appreciate that, my brother. Yeah. Big up Brown Hornet, yeah. And big up Oki. He says, I see cats and Franza box wine in her future. Hey, we ain't gonna do all that, you know, dissing nobody or chatting shit, man. Watch your mouth, nigga. Anyway, what do you say? Maid personal chef. He said, okay, he said maid personal chef sex outlet equals cheaper than wife. Ah, bro, you are going off. But what I was gonna say, what I don't even know what I was gonna say, man. You threw me off. You threw me off, man. Oh my god. Do you remember what I was saying?
I was
Oh,
talking about the cat comment. Like what?
no, because basically what he's saying is that like with this mentality of like it's kind of like having an entitled mentality. It's like you're not really gonna get anywhere. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna get. Listen, at the end of the day, what I was saying about the whole marriage thing, yeah, it's a big risk for men, yeah, and it's like adopting a child. That's what I was saying, yeah, it's like adopting a child because at the end of the day, like most in most situations, when a woman is happy to marry the guy, that means the man has something to offer, as in resources, yeah. So he's not depending on her monetarily. Do you know what I mean? And then, so they unite, which a marriage is a business contract, a merging of two business entities, which people don't never seem to realize that. You know what I mean? You as the man who has the resources, you are merging yourself as a business entity to a woman who doesn't have resources or has very little. Yeah. And then she's with you. Yeah, you're busting nuts. That's all well and good. Yeah, she might push out a couple kids for you. That's well and good. And I think that if you break up and you have kids, yes, you should look after your kids, but it should be regulated. It should be enough money to look after the kid and give the kid a comfortable life. Not you as the mum. You're an adult, bruv. You get what I'm saying? As it's like you're adopting a child. Because, like, for instance, you just said that, oh, the woman should be compensated. Why? As I said already, the man was living a certain lifestyle and the woman was living that lifestyle with him. If she decides to break it off and she doesn't have any real reason, irreconcilable, what is the word? Irreconcilable differences or whatever. I just don't feel like doing it anymore. Yeah. I feel like I want to go and get some new dick, right? She's not owed anything. Because he lived up to his contractual obligation in a marriage. He provided for her. He lived up to his obligation, bruv. If she decides to terminate the contract now, why is she still owed anything? She terminated the contract, bruv.
Yeah. Now I hear that. I agree with that. I mean, if they obviously came in with, they both came in with something, because you have to remember what you've explained. That's the perfect structure. You know, the man brings in everything, and the woman just kind of slides into his perfect little pocket. He kind of brings home the bacon. He does this and he does that. But I think in today's day and age, I'm seeing a lot of posts about this whole 50-50, and the man and the woman puts this much in, 50 in, and the woman puts 50 in, and things are changing. So if that's the case, then it's different. The outcome will be different. But if this situation that you've explained, then yeah, the woman she's not owed anything. Like he's not broken anything. Like nothing's happened to her. She's decided to go. He's let her go. But if it's not the case, then yeah, then she deserves something.
Why do you think the law is the way it is in terms of that? Why do you think the law is always inclined to give women money, even though she's the one that ended the marriage? Because most marriages, most divorces are started by women. So why do you think that the law is on the
how are they started by women? Sorry, is that a fact?
Yeah, look it up.
What's the cause of
whatever? Well, I'm just saying the blatant, the simple version, that most marriages are ended by women. Like, do you know what I mean? For whatever,
women decide to leave. Yeah, women are the one that decide to leave it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. Let's divorce. Yeah, women are ending marriages way more than men are, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think the law is always more on a woman's side, that she needs to get paid?
I just think that's just the way the world is set up. Like, I don't know what the real fact to that is. I just think women are always more favorable, even to the law. For example, if there's a case before you would even before the woman even finishes speaking, you already believe her over the guy. Like the women are always favorable. I don't know why that is, but maybe it's because women are deemed to be more fragile.
Adopted children.
Huh?
Adopted children.
Women are not adopted children, no. No, but it's just, I just think it's just the way that it's set up. I think that will, in time, I think that may change. It could change.
I don't think so, bro.
Do you know why I say it could change? Is because, for example, when you look at abusive relationships, right, you will never really hear about men getting abused. It will always be the woman, the woman, the woman. But now more men do come out and say, no, I'm the one that's actually getting abused. It's very rare, but more men are speaking out. So that narrative is even changing as well.
It's mad. It's mad.
It's mad.
Last thing I want to say, I want to get into before we close up shop, yeah? Like, it's mad, yeah, how, like, we're talking about marriage and stuff like that, because I think that a lot of times, a lot of women are cheating on their boyfriends and husbands a lot more than people think.
Okay.
and that is why I say that is because in connection to the unrealistic expectations, because a lot of women have these unrealistic expectations, and sometimes they get into relationships or marriages with men that don't meet these requirements, and these women still have wandering eyes, and then they're open to quote unquote bad boy, 6'6", 7-inch this, you know, guy, and they end up cheating because women are better cheaters than men, way better.
So yeah, they are better cheaters. I wouldn't say that they what is it you said first? I wouldn't say that they cheat in a relationship. Like, I think it would be rare, and it would be a very good reason for a woman to decide to go outside of her relationship.
You think so?
I wouldn't agree with that. Women are definitely better cheaters, but I wouldn't agree with that. No. Not at all.
Big up Mind Money. He says, did you hear about a girl YouTuber died recent childbirth? Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't really know too much about her, but yeah, that was a sad story still. That was a sad story. But big up Mind Money. Big up Tony O. Divorces never work in men's favor. Yeah, no way, but especially if there's children involved. If there's children, it's a wrap. You're done at it. If you're a guy, right, you're done at it. You're gonna be like Dr. Dre, the guy from Star Wars, like all these guys, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the way that it works.
Yeah.
I got my theories why it's like that, but trust me. But anyway, plug your channel again.
Guys, check me out. Be Ami. He's gonna put the link in the description. Basically, I just talk about whatever is trending, celebrity topics, UK, US, worldwide, whatever it is that basically catches my eye, and I want to just chat to you lot, get your lot's thoughts. I just talk about it. I do other things on there as well, but that's what is mostly popular on my channel at the moment. So go ahead and subscribe.
Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. All right, you lot go subscribe to her channel. She's from the UK. She's melanated as well, just like myself. So make sure you go over there, be nice to her, all of that. And yeah, I'm definitely going to bring her back again so we can argue about some other stuff. Yeah, definitely. You've been a really great guest, and I really appreciate you coming on. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You lot was quite nice, actually. I didn't really get much. I was thinking, you know,
they're gonna be horrible. They're gonna say
don't worry, man. You lot can't get to me anyway.
Yeah. She's strong. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hey, listen, all of you hit the like button. Listen, I get thousands of views on my videos. I need thousands of likes on the videos. Over 200 of you in here, so there should be well over 200 likes on this video straight off the bat. Yeah. And yeah, that's about it, man. Go watch all my other videos. watch everything, like everything, share my videos, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff. Yeah. And B Ami will be back on this channel again. I've got another video coming up with another female tomorrow. You know, more arguings coming. Get me? More entertainment. And yeah, that's all that's going on over on this side, mate. All that's going on. But yeah, deuces. Yeah, take care of yourselves, and we are out.